Crew and from Wise Moves Yoga, bringing you another Vinyasa flow session. Today we're going to move through a few flows and piece them all together and then settle onto the mat for a nice finisher. So start at the top of your mat, the narrow end, toes together, heels just slightly apart, not so that you're pigeon-toed. Feel the shoulders pull back and belly draw in. Press all toes to the mat. Hands moving right into the middle of the body. Practice that breathing in and out through your nose. Setting your intention to practice breathing. Stay within range. Smile if you can. One more cycle of breath. And start our flow. Exhale, the hands move down by the side. Lengthen and look up. Eye gaze to past fingers. Slide the hands all the way back down and reach for the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. Look forward, bend your knees as much as you need to. We're stepping back to plank. Lowering the knees to the mat, controlling elbows, chest lowers all the way down to the mat, top of your feet move to the floor, heart pulling up for up dog. Tuck your toes, down dog. Now hold here for 2 breaths. Eye gaze moving to the knees or belly button. Palms flat. Softening the knees a little if you need to, and you want to move away from your shoulders, pressing your hips backwards. We're looking forward. Making your way to the top of your mat, toes come together, take as many steps as you need. Breathe in, lift the arms, float all the way up and look up. Hands move back through the center. Release down by your side. We've got another 3 more rounds of those. Nice and long, lift up, look up. Fold in, reach for the floor. Inhale up halfway, look forward. Bend your knees, stepping back to plank. Use your knees if you need to, chest covers down, and this time you can hold a little from the mat. Press up, push up. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips, moving back to down dog, feet moving all the way back. Palms flat, spine nice and long and belly drawing in. Looking forward. Toes coming together, heels apart, take as many steps as you need to. Breathe in, lift up, look up, nice long body. Hands come back through the center and then down by your side. Breathe in, lift up, look up. Fold in deep, find your breath. Come up halfway. Bending your knees, stepping back to plank. Use your knees if you need to, chest comes down, hover from the floor if you can, then press forward and lift up. Tucking the toes, lifting your hips, heels moving all the way to the floor. Keeping the weight off your shoulders by moving your hips backwards. Taking a look between the thighs or all the way to the navel if you can. Take a look forward, palms flat. Take as many steps as you need to get back to the top of your mat. Feet flat, belly in, lift up, reach up, look up, long arms. Slide your hands back through the center and then down by your side. We're going to pick up the pace in this round. Breathe in, lift up, fold in deep. Come up halfway. This time you can hop back into plank position. Use your knees if you need to, or with me, hover chest from the floor. Then press up, push up, press back. Heels moving to the floor, palms pressing down nice and flat. Take a look forward, step or hop to the top of your mat. Toes together, breathe in, lift up, reach up, nice long body. On your exhale, hands come back through your heart center and then down by your side. We're going to change that flow up just a little. Breathe in, lift up. On your exhale, fold in deep. Inhale up halfway. Bend your knees, step your right leg back, straight away drop down to your knees, press your hips forwards, look up, fingertips staying at the mat if you can. Take a look down at your toes, palms move flat. We're pressing back to a little bear crawl, then drop your knees, chest comes to the mat. Peel up, push up, move the weight all the way back. And right foot's coming forward, so you change legs. Straight away down to your knees, press the hips forward, fingertips stay touching, chin lifting. Take a look down at your hands. Lift up with your hips, step your toes together, straight legs. Breathe in, pull the body all the way up, lift up. Breathe as you bring the hands back through to the center. Same round again. Inhale, nice long body. Fold in deep. You should be a little bit warm through the hammies now. Take a look to your shins. Inhale up halfway. Bend your knees, right leg stepping back. Straight away drop down to your knee. Keep your hands to the mat. Lift your chin to look up. Here's your strength move. Hands, eye gaze, move down between your hands. Press back to bear paw, knees float if you can. Drop your knees to the mat, chest comes forward and then low. Breathe in, peel up. Press back. Right foot forward, straight away to knees, chin to look up. Lift your hips, step forward, toes come together, straight legs. Breathe in, peel up, lift up, look up, slide your hands back through the center, and then down by your side. Last round. Breathe in, lift up. Fold in deep, reach for the floor, bend your knees if you need to, look to your shins. Come up halfway, look forward. Soften the knees a little more, right leg to drop all the way back down to your knees, chin to lift up, fingertips stay on the floor. Take a look down, palms flat, press back, hover, knees drop, chest forward, elbows in, peel up. Move back, down dog just for a moment and then right foot forward, straight away down to your knee, look up. Lift up with your hips, step forward, straight legs, breathe in, float the arms, reach up. Slide your hands back through the center and then down by your side. One more flow to learn and then we're going to start pulling them all together. So toes are pressing to the floor, belly is drawing in. Take a big breath in, lift up. On your exhale, reach for the floor. Inhale up halfway. Soften the knees, right leg to step back, press into straight legs, open up as you reach for triangle. Take a look down at your toes, we're changing sides. Just with your arms come all the way through. Take a look down at your toes, hands move to the mat, soften your front knee, press back to plank. Use your knees if you need to, chest comes down. Press up, push up. Lift your hips back to down dog, right foot coming forward, you're pressing straight into triangle. Open up, lengthen up. Revolve triangle as you come across to the other side. Look up. Take a look down, hand move either side, we're stepping forward. Toes come together, hips are not high. Breathe in, float your arms, lift up, look up. Slide your hands back through your center. Ready to do another 2 more rounds? Take a big breath in. Your exhale releases. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, fold in deep. Inhale up halfway. Soften your knees, right leg to step back, foot ends on the 45. Press away from the floor to open up to triangle. You don't have to touch the mat. Take a look down at your toes, we're changing arms. You don't have to touch the mat. Take a look down at your toes, hands move back, you're swiveling up on the back foot. Press back to plank, strong hold, use your knees if you need to. Press up, push up. Move back to down dog, right foot coming forward. Drop that back heel to the mat, press into straight legs. You don't have to touch the floor, control how you move. Take a look down at the mat all the way to the other side. Take a look down at the mat, hands come back, swivel up onto your toes, step forward. Toes together, belly lifting, breathing in, pulling the body all the way up. Slide your hands back through the center and release. Straight into another round. Breathe in, lift up, look up. Fold in deep. Halfway lift. Soften your knees, step back, right leg, open up, lift up, look up. Take a look down at your toes, change. Take a look down at your toes, swivel up, press into plank. Use your knees if you need to, chest hovers, and then press away from the floor. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, right foot coming forward, back foot drops into 45, open up for triangle. Come across your body and change. Take a look down at your toes, swivel onto the back foot, step forward, flat feet, belly lifts, breathe in, lift up, look up, slide your hands back through the center, then release down by your side. We'll do 1 round of all of those together. Hope you remember them. Toes pressing to the floor. Stay with me. It doesn't matter if you do left or right leg, okay? You'll work it out. Relax, add the smile, add your breathing. On your inhale, float your arms, lift up. On your exhale, fold in nice and deep. On your inhale, come up halfway. Bend your knees, step or hop back to plank. Straight away back down to the floor. Use your knees if you need to. Press up, push up, heel up. Press back for down dog, hold here. Take a look forward. Soften the knees, step or hop to the top of your mat. Toes come together, straight legs. Breathe in, peel the body all the way up, lift up, look up. Slide your hands back through the center and then down by your side. Ready for Vinyasa 2. Breathe in, lift up, smile. On your exhale, fold in deep. Inhale up, halfway. Bend your knees, right leg stepping back nice and long, straight away to your knee, look up. Hips moving forward. Lift up with your hips, just stepping back for plank. Control down chaturanga, press away from the floor, up dog. Moving back, down dog. Right foot forward. Drop down to your knee, lift your chin to look up, hips moving forward. Look down, lift up with your hips, step forward, straight legs. Breathe in, float your arms, lift up. Slide your hands through your center and release down by your side. Last Vinyasa. Breathe in, lift up. Fold in deep. Inhale up halfway. Bend your knees. Right leg to step back, open up for triangle. Lengthen up and look up. Take a look down at your toes, change sides. Take a look down at your toes, press back for plank. Strong chaturanga, remove, that's the yoga push-up. Press up, push up. Move back. Right foot forward. Drop the back heel to the mat, lift up and open up for triangle. Take a look down at your toes, revolved triangle. Take a look down at your toes, hands move to the mat, swivel up onto that back foot. Step forward, feet nice and flat. Inhale to rise. Slide your hands back through to your heart center. Take a little breather. Feet hip distance apart, shoulders back and belly in. We're going to fold forward nice and deep and yoga bind onto your toes. Fold in nice and deep. Eye gaze through to your shins. You're standing on your fingers here a little if you can. Soften your knees. Hands move to your heart, lean forward to pull the body all the way up. Relax. One more flow and then we'll hit the floor. This one's called a moon flow. So you're going to start in the middle of the mat so that you can travel lengthways. Hands press together, interlace your fingers and then lift up. Both hips out to one side. Come back to center and the other. Draw the belly in, you're coming back to center, stepping wide, heels turn in, toes turn out, dropping down to our goddess pose. A little lift up, add a little something if you like. You could float your heels from the mat. Hold. Press your heels to mat. We're pressing out, folding out to one side, lengthen out for triangle. Take a look down at your toes into pyramid. Try and keep straight legs as best you can. Swivel up onto the toes, back leg, drop into a nice deep lunge, float the arms, lift up. You're turning towards the front as you drop in for surfer lunge. Come as deep as you like, use your hands if you need to. If you're able to, we're moving all the way to the other side, same move. Swivel up onto the toes into that nice deep lunge, lengthen up. And press into straight legs. Find that nice strong legs as you fold in nice and deep. Open up for triangle. Pull the body all the way up. You're dropping down to goddess, a little swivel of your heels. Lengthen up, lift up, catch the heel lift, hold and balance. Press the heels to the floor, press out. We're folding in nice and deep. A little swivel of your toes, turn your heels out. Top of your head dropping to the floor. Leaning forward, lifting your belly. Breathe in, coming up halfway, hands moving to the mat. We're going to drop down into that surfer lunge again. So bring your body to the floor. Whichever graceful way you can. Knee tracking out over the pinky toe side of the foot. I'm using my elbow to press away, looking out over the toes. Maybe a bind around the back here as we start to warm up the shoulders. Take a breath and release. Going to use your hands to press up, lift up with the elbows, a good press of the palms pressing together. Let that knee drop all the way across without moving your torso. Hopefully you can come to the floor, rolling onto the side of the foot. Keep that belly drawing in, chest up nice and tall, pressing out all the way to the other side if you can. One more round each side. Limit how much the torso is moving, drop all the way to the floor if you can, lift up and out. Breathe in, we're coming back up. Press up if you can, use your hands if you need to. We're traveling all the way over to the other side. Again, use your hands if you need to. Gently bring your hips to the floor. Reaching out in front, you're grabbing hold of the ankle or all the way around the back, looking down towards toes. Taking a look, lifting up, hands move back into prayer, elbows nice and tall, pressing the toes to the floor to start with, and then you're ready to travel that knee all the way to the floor. Limit how much your torso moves. Come back to center, rolling on the side of the foot out all the way. Breathing in, coming all the way up, all the way across, lifting up, and then all the way out. Breathing in, we're lifting up, we're going to extend the heels out in front. Find our nice deep forward fold, a little shuffle of the hips if you like, reaching down towards toes. Relax the shoulders a little. Roll the shoulders back, pull the hands back, hands come back behind your sit bones. We're pressing up into a nice strong move. So straight legs if you can, I'll show you your option. I'm going to bring my toes together and then lift up with the hips and lower the toes to the floor and hold. Shoulders back and belly in, holding. Your option too, if you like, bend at the knees, lift up with your hips, allow your eye gaze to drop all the way behind you. Hold a little longer. Take a look down at your knees, gently lower your hips to the mat. We're extending out nice and straight, folding all the way in. Breathing in and pulling the body all the way up. Just going to swivel to the side and show you our boat pose, Navasana. So we're going to do 2 rounds of our breathing. Legs up nice and high. So finding that nice balanced position, you might have your hands back behind your knees and shoulders pressing back. You could reach out in front or straight legs if you're able to. Nice and long. One more breath here, then we're going to cross the ankles, tuck them in nice and tight underneath the body and press yourself away from the floor and hold. Try not to throw the body forward, gently release all the way down, straight back up into your option, straight leg or bent leg. Feel the heart nice and open. I'm going to cross your legs on the alternate cross, so not your dominant cross. Tuck in nice and tight, right underneath the hips if you can. Push the body straight up and hold. Last round here, drop with control. Extend straight legs. Last round, last opportunity to give it all you've got. Shoulders back, legs long, hold, 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 breathe. Then gently come down, last lift. Bring your hips back down to the floor, extending into straight legs, fold into your forward fold. Catching your breath, a little shoulders pulling back. Breathing in, lifting up, coming to seated. Our lotus position, cross leg. Shoulders rolling back, eye gaze down. I'm going to interlace your fingers. Pinky, ring finger and middle. Pointer and your thumbs stay released. And then your tip of your thumbs come across each other and touch the tip of your pointer. Hopefully you can catch a view of that. Hands are resting down in front of the belly. Breathing's nice and controlled in and out through your nose. Releasing that grip, press out in front, tips of your thumbs coming together, lifting up. Drawing the belly and ribs back in, bend down, fold out the elbows, nice and wide, heart up, nice and tall. We're going to lower all the way over, maybe elbow come to touch. Rather than leaning forward, try and find that nice side angle. Breathe in, pull the body all the way up and press out to the other side. Breathing in, we're coming back to center, releasing your hands, grabbing your knees, heading into your lying down position, so nice and long. Long legs, flat head onto the floor, eye gaze lifting to come straight up. Shuffling so that you feel comfortable. Standing right leg up to the roof and stopping in a nice straight line from hip to heel. Draw the belly in, pull it to the floor, interlace your fingers, tucking nice and tight. Foot stays flexed, nice and active, both shoulders are pulling to the mat. Adding as much strength as you can, torso pulling into belly. On your next breath out, we're going to release with control, nice straight leg, hip to heel in a straight line, slide that foot to the floor. Ready to change legs. Float that leg up, interlace your fingers, pulling nice and tight. Keeping the opposite leg nice and long, toes flexed. On your next breath out, lift up, and then slowly with control lower down. Letting your feet fall out to the side, palms are facing up. Eyes are closed, make yourself comfortable. Our last pose is Shavasana. It's the end of your practice. Allowing you for the first few breaths just to check in on how body temperature and breathing is responding. Any sensation of muscle or organs still in your body. Trying to focus only on your breath. The longer you can stay in Shavasana, the better. Allow yourself to relax. Trying to make your breathing louder than your thoughts. Every bone, muscle and joint. Feeling supported, rested on the floor. When you're ready to reawaken, a little move of the toes, sway from side to side. Start to move the fingers and wrists. Then bending at the knees, start to move at the hips. Lengthening the right arm back behind the body so that when you roll onto the right side, you can use your tricep and bicep as a pillow. Hand resting down in front, now's the time to blink the eyes open. On your next breath, you're pushing up back into our seated position, lotus. Chest up nice and tall. Settling into your hips. On your inhale, floating the arms all the way up. Take a look up at your thumbs. On your exhale, follow the thumbs as they come all the way back in to rest right in the middle of your body. Big smile and an exhale. Namaste.